everyone, it's Mel with the Quilting Room with Mel, and I am back with another quick quilting tip for you. Today we are talking string blocks. Here's an example of a string block, and this is a random one that I just used with scraps, not planned out at all, just whatever I reached in and grabbed, that's what I used. There is a huge trend right now in the quilting world, though, to make planned string blocks, so that is what I'm going to show you today. The first thing that we need is a foundation. If you look at the back of this one, it is sewn onto something, and I always leave my foundation on when I store them, and I don't take the paper off until I'm ready to move on. And all I use is magazines. Magazine paper cut down to the size that I want. These are 5-inch squares. You can use telephone. My mom used newsprint. Whatever you have around the house. And I also have my Ziploc baggie of strips cut down to 1.5 inches. And this is what I'm going to build my blocks on. Is the 1.5 inch, and I've already pulled out what I want for my center. It's this bright, bold black and white print, and I just put it down the center. Now, if you're worried about it moving, you can use a little dab of glue on the back of that and stick it to the paper, and then I'll just reach in and grab another piece that will cover the next section. And we'll get started. Get my thread over here to the side that I am used to holding it on. And the other thing you have to do is you have to turn your stitch length down. We're going to go to about a 1.8 stitch length because we want it small enough that it'll perforate the paper on the back side, but not so small that it will just cut it off, because we want it there to continue to build on. And I just sew till I'm just past the edge of my paper. And I normally would chain piece these and do several at a time. And this is what we have. And I will go press this open. I will not trim this excess off because I don't have a lot until I am completely done with the block. Okay, I have this pressed open, and one thing I wanted to let you know, when you press this open, you cannot have steam on your iron. It needs to be a dry iron or your paper will start to disintegrate from the water. So now we're ready to put another strip on. I just reach in my bag, pull something out that I think will work, and check it. Sure enough, it's big enough. Line it up. And we'll press this one open, and then we'll have to add a little piece across the top there to finish it and then we'll turn it over and we'll do the exact same process off the other side. And we'll have a finished string block. So I'm going to go press this open, sew the little piece on, and then I'll show you the other side of it when we get back. Okay, so I have 1/2 of my string block complete. And since I'm doing this as a planned string block, what my plan is to always start in the middle with a black and white, and my ends will always be a black of some sort. So now I'm ready to start building the other half of our string block, and to do that we have to turn it so that now we're working on this side. So I'm going to reach into my bag, pull out another strip of fabric. And I am putting right side to right side. I'm just lining up my edges, sewing a 1/4 of an inch seam, just like if any standard piecing. Okay, and I know I said that I don't normally cut it off, but if I have a great big strip like this, see I've got lots of fabric, I don't want to deal with that, so I will cut it to about the same length as the piece I had before. And I just whack it off. And then I will continue to build my string block. And when I'm done, what I'll do is I will flip it over, and I will use this foundation, the paper on the back, to trim my block up. And that is how I end up with this. And when I'm ready to use it, all I have to do is turn it over and grab a hold, and the paper rips right off. Sometimes you can get several sections going at one time and take it off. And there is the back side of your finished string block. And if you can see, I have some seams here. My strip wasn't wide enough, but I still wanted to use it, so I just sewed another piece on just to make it wide enough to go across the paper that I was using. And that's perfectly fine. And that is how you make a string block. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below so you never miss out on a quick quilting tip. And be sure to check out our Facebook page. I'll see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.